What's going on, beautiful people? So if you watched the last video, you know that I basically defined my version, my understandings of gender dysphoria, especially as a female to male transgender man. So in this video, I asked you guys on Instagram, what would you rather hear me talk about first, about how to handle or deal with gender dysphoria, whether that be through physical, emotional, mental, social, medical, yada yada yada. You guys basically chose overwhelmingly wanted me to handle with emotional first, your emotional state, which is probably by far one of the most important ones. So like I said, for these videos I'm gonna be keeping notes because I do have a lot to say and I want to give you guys the best information as possible. So in no particular order, let's just get into it. And also, if you like this video, please do not hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe, because the more exposure this gives, well, the more you guys like, comment, and subscribe, the more the YouTube algorithm just throws it out to people so they can find like content that that they would like. And if you like my stuff, then there's a chance that they might like it too. Yeah, simple. All right, cool. So I said basically to find a support group or online accounts that talk about being trans, talk about being, I know this is a trans-oriented video, but it's still about sexuality, about orientation, and things of that sort, because those are just safe hubs, right? And for the most case, they will spew out perfect information that can help you in your journey. When I was younger, like I said, it was like 2014, 15, roughly. That's when Instagram was really, was it 2013? Anyways, around that time, there was a lot of Instagram accounts that kind of emerged about transgenderism and I don't know, just like there was just like a lot of memes I would see about being transgender, and I completely felt every single post. There I also learned a lot more about binders, what binding was, what packers were, just different devices, about how, like, I would read the comments and there were people that were really like, oh, like, I felt this, or whatever the case may be. I just felt like I was in a safe group with people that understood me, and honestly I don't think there's anything better than being seen and understood, especially when it's something that is seen to be different. So that was definitely one of my highlights that helped me emotionally, to make sure that I didn't feel alone. Alongside with that would be just talking to a friend or a gender therapist. Again, I was transitioning socially in the 7th grade, and I had this friend who I just splurged my emotions onto her one day. I expressed everything that I felt. I told her about this concept. I showed her videos, and even though she didn't really ask for it, I gave it to her. And she was a really good friend, because from that moment on, she kind of affirmed to me that she had my back and she cared for me, she loved me no matter what, and that she was going to help me emotionally throughout this process. Obviously, you don't want to put too much on a friend, but if they can help you in a way that can assure you that you are loved and that you're being listened to, that is definitely very much appreciated. And gender therapists, that will be just the person, your outlet to really get the information that you need back, and to really be, again, seen and heard and understood in a way that they will professionally understand and help you. Another thing is to think forward. When I was watching these YouTube videos, I would watch the progression of these people. Like, they would usually start around like they would post videos first month on testosterone, second month on testosterone, third month on testosterone. So they would document their journey, and I would just be viewing and watching them and being like, okay, kind of envious in a good sense, in a good way, where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be on my first month on testosterone, like obviously I wasn't like at that time, but like I just put myself in their shoes in a very hopeful manner where I don't know, I just kind of assumed their lifestyle in that moment of happiness and glee. So I'd be like, okay, I'm on my first month of testosterone. My voice is a little deeper, you know. So that was like it was kind of like a funny thing that I would do, but it definitely relieved a lot of anxiety for me to see where my future could look like and can be. Yeah, so and same thing, like to know that this is a journey is one of the biggest things for me, because even last year, gonna be 2 years to now, this year, when I was having top surgery. Obviously, like I said, I transitioned in 7th grade, well, socially transitioned in 7th grade, but my next step for me was to get my double mastectomy, top surgery. So I would still use that process to watch other people undergo their top surgery experience. So this is like a very much of an ongoing type of helpful thing to do. Do your research. There's an infinite amount of knowledge in this world, and that gives you a lot of power to know and to understand who you are, to give you assurance in who you are, to give you assurance in who you are, and just clarity that, you know, with a lot of anxiety that most transgender people have and depression, is by just not knowing what you don't know. So to be able to target and find out those little hazy things is just really nice and puts your mind at more of an ease. Yeah. Something that I'm doing now is just meditating, learning how to properly take deep breaths. I don't know all the exact benefits, but there's a lot of benefits to it. Just going in your normal day-to-day, it releases a lot of stress and just, you know, helps you again with the clarity and just feeling better. Knowing that you don't have to handle or deal with all your demons at once. You can dedicate 10 minutes a day, please, to just really finding inner peace is really good. Avoid triggers. Like, and triggers can be family, it could be family, it could be people, certain social environments where you can experience more dead naming or misgendering. Try to avoid those moments. When I was younger, I don't know why I felt like I was so tough and gritty, where I could force myself into situations where I would know I was gonna be dead named or know I was gonna be misgendered, and think that I can just go through the brick wall. I mean, essentially I did, but now I have a lot of extra trauma and scars that I didn't necessarily need to have. I'm getting more into this mindset where you don't have to prove yourself to people. If you say what you are and you believe in who you are, and you're showing steps into bettering yourself because you understand and take control of who you are, that's all you need to do. That's all you live. At the end of the day, you're only living with yourself. You know, you live with yourself 24/7. You came about in this world by yourself, really. So the number one person that you need to appease is yourself. Spend time with pets. I know when I was dealing with my hardest times, I would always go to my cat, Zion. Rest in peace, Zion. He was the man. It just give you happiness to feel like you're just accompanied by something or someone that loves you. So that was big for me. And I didn't think it was as I didn't think that Zion gave as much as I thought he did until like he was gone, and I was like, wait, this man was with me my entire like process, and I realized how much I really like relied on him. Whenever I started crying, I would go to him, and I would always find him in my bed, and we just like cuddle together, and it was just love, the love I needed, especially during those hard times. I believe I already said this, but I kind of wrote this down again. Expose yourself to more trans people or videos. So when it comes to people, reach out to other trans people that are probably going through the same things that you're going through. So then you can empathize with each other, you can converse with each other, you can find solace in one another, comfort, all that good stuff. And then watching videos, again, like I said earlier, it just gives you more of a hopeful outlet, output, out something. Yeah, it just helps you really understand where you could be, and yeah, it just gives you hope. Keep yourself busy. I played a lot of sports. I played a lot of instruments. I just made sure to always keep doing something that I could use to kind of express myself in different ways. I would I would never like journal, but I do endorse journaling. I use the different art form by making poems. I wrote a lot of poems. I made music back in the days, and that was just my way of expressing myself. Yeah, and that was just a very beautiful way to go about the situation. So I definitely endorse that. And don't forget to treat yourself, and look forward. The most powerful thing that our brains and our mental state and emotional state can do is to look forward and to treat yourself in a way that prepares you for that. I would treat myself by, like, again, I was poor, so I would buy clothes off my friends, and of course they were masculine clothes, and that would be my way of treating myself and then assuring myself that in the future I'm gonna be wearing clothes like this all the time and there's no need to worry. You know, I got me, and I have friends that love me, and that's all I really need, is that will in my heart that I just gotta keep going, because one day it's gonna all get better. And even though it's gradual, the day will come. You know, the day will come. The day will come. So yeah, that's really what I have for you guys today, for the emotional state of dealing with gender dysphoria. Please, if you know any other things that can help with your emotional state, don't be shy, don't hesitate, drop it in the comments below, and we can try to help as many people as possible in this journey. I love you guys so much. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow me on social media. I love you guys so much. Deuces.